Hello everyone and welcome to The Vortex, where lies and falsehoods are trapped and exposed. I'm Michael Voris, coming to you from Madrid, Spain, and the conclusion of World Youth Day activities with an unapproved writing utensil. So, as we wrap up in Madrid, we have some final reflections. When you see the whole world come together in the faith at an event like this, some things become very visible. They stick out. The biggest thing by far that sticks out is just how far Americanism has infected the church in many countries. At the dawn of the 20th century, Pope Leo XIII lamented the idea of Americanism, where church and state were divorced from each other, but it has taken on a much larger context now. The idea of a kind of rugged, independent, don't tell us what to do, we'll do it our own way kind of attitude. What this has caused in America and countries America has influenced is a heavy streak of theological independence, which manifests itself in many ways. When you attend Mass at an event like World Youth Day, where worshipers gather from many different countries, Americans and their theological allies stick out like sore thumbs. The irreverent dress, many times immodest, the unwillingness to receive either kneeling or on the tongue or both for Holy Communion is almost glaring. At an event like this, it often looks like the Americanized Catholics are more like Protestants than the rest of the Catholic crowd. Of course, this makes total sense when you think of it. The Catholic Church in America has accommodated Protestantism, especially the American brand of Protestantism. It's so much about feeling and emotion and feeling good and touchy-feely and community. Mass is more about the people who attend it than the God who is worshipped at it. And since the people are the focus, the people's needs and comforts are what get the attention. Let's hold hands. I am my own Catholic. I don't need to kneel. I can stand up proud as a newly liberated Catholic. I don't need to concern myself with dressing modestly because my comfort is what matters. Oh, God understands. It was edifying to see so many young people from other parts of the world, for the most part, quietly and reverently assist at Mass, receive our Blessed Lord on their knees, remain quiet at the end of Mass in thanksgiving, and approach the altar dressing modestly. Likewise, it made you downright cringe to see so many Westerners or Americanized Catholics standing there at Mass half naked and strolling up for Holy Communion, looking around at everything else. Let's face it, Americanism is alive and well in many parts of the church. If we noticed, so did a lot of other people. The purpose of World Youth Day is not to have a papal pep rally. While there is most definitely a festive atmosphere to much of what is going on, and there should be because of the enthusiasm of youth that needs to be encouraged, but it also needs to be cultivated properly. The predominant aspect of World Youth Day should be a deepening of faith, a deepening of love for our Blessed Lord, nothing else. We spoke to many pilgrims, not Americanized, who simply left a number of official events because they said, in their words, they couldn't pray. Too many distractions, occasions of sin, silliness, and not enough seriousness. This isn't to rain on the parade, it's to offer an honest assessment of the conditions in the church in an environment that is not common, but does provide a very clear look at the church as a whole, albeit in a very short span. There have been other periods in the church where that kind of nationalistic attitude has kind of dominated in a particular local church. Every time it does, things go off the rails. With Americanism, it is the liturgy that has suffered in dress, respect, awareness, and eventually attendance. Why should anyone feel like there is anything special about Mass when a huge number of the few people who still attend adopt the attitude and dress of a day out at the beach? Until Americanism is addressed in the church, it's going to be a tough road back to a reverent, faithful, meaningful, vibrant, true Catholicism in Western countries. Hopefully, the Catholic youth from Western countries that we did see, who were reverent and faithful at Masses, who walked around dressed modestly in the searing heat, and participated meditatively at the various prayer times, hopefully they will be able to be a splendid influence on their Americanized peers who stand out like sore thumbs in comparison to the rest of the world's Catholics. God love you. I'm Michael Voris.
Please help us keep delivering these kinds of messages that so desperately need to be heard and acted on. Join RealCatholicTV.com today as a premium subscriber. Become immersed in the faith established by Jesus Christ. The Catholic Church is the only hope against evil because that is its God-given mission. As our Lord said, apart from me, you can do nothing. Join RealCatholicTV.com today as a premium subscriber and come to learn and love Christ more deeply.